Attention, you are listening to Warehouse Life, a lighthearted podcast about working in an actual disc golf warehouse. So let's clock in and get to it. Paging, Matt, Paul, and Todd.
Well, we finally did it, guys. This is episode 1. And as long as senior management doesn't find out, I think we can do another one. And I want to talk about this episode of Warehouse Life. We'll have some delightful bannering, colorful characters to interview and more. And I didn't introduce ourselves. We are the host, Matt. Introduce yourself, Matt.
Hello, everybody. Matt here.
And Todd.
This is Todd.
Todd on the 1s and 2s. And then it's your host, Paul. And we have an incredible show for you today. The first thing we need to talk about is, of course, disc golf over the weekend. Matt, did we play any disc golf this weekend?
I decided to avoid the disc golf rounds this weekend. And I, as a student of the game, decided to do what they call field work. So I went out to the field for about 3 hours and threw my bag back and forth probably 9 or 10 times.
Did you throw disc as well?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. But what I'm learning now is that there's a difference between field work and throwing discs in a field. Because I learned absolutely nothing about my game, and my arm's about to fall off. So
awesome.
Still need to figure out what this field work thing is about, but if anything, I got some reps in.
That's amazing. Todd, how was your disc golf weekend?
It was good. I played one round. That's not always the case each weekend, but I did play one round. It was with my wife and my 4-year-old son. The highlight of the round was not disc golf related. It involved my son discovering the zip line that was at the playground nearby. And it was great because this was the first time that he agreed to go on the zip line. We'd been to this park a number of times, and each time I asked him if he wants to try it. He wants no part of it, but this time he did. And we got a video of him zipping down there, and he has this priceless expression on his face, like he is loving life. So as far as disc golf, no real news there. It's an easy course, and I played it very mediocre. But fun was had by all at the playground.
Yes, that sounds like a great time. I love taking the kids out there and totally distracting you from disc golf when you were trying to play disc golf. My weekend of disc golf was, there was no disc golf over the weekend because I work in a disc golf warehouse. Therefore, my game goes to crap, so that's that. We'll move on from there. We did have some exciting news. We had a new disc drop this week. It is the Star Xcaliber Nate Sexton edition. And we're going to talk a little bit about that disc. Todd, what you think? We got it here in front of us, and we're all touching it and feeling it. There's only 3 left in the warehouse.
Well, first off, I'm glad to see a U.S. disc golf champion get their own disc. This is the first time, I believe. As far as me throwing it, it's not going to happen. This is way too much disc for me. Be very tired and fatigued after throwing probably 2 or 3 drives. Now, when Greg Barsby put his name on the Roadrunner, that was definitely more my speed. But Xcaliber, if we can get it into Blizzard plastic and weights, I could probably do that.
You might be able to handle that. Well, I'll tell you what, looking at the disc right now, this makes my arm hurt. because and I'm looking at the stats here. It's a 12.504. That means it's overstable. So, like, I think with the overstable crowd and some of those sidearm guys are probably going to love this. And we did report that we released this on one day and we sold out the next. So obviously having Nate's name on this disc has really helped. And we're excited to see, what comes of it. And then, one thing that I thought this would go perfect is our guest today.
Yeah, for sure.
Mr. Max Waite.
What's up,
And
guys?
let me break it down for you. Max Waite, he's a seasoned worker in the warehouse, part-time on tour.
Yup.
Frequently, he comes to the warehouse and gives us trouble, but we love him. And here is in the flesh, Mr. Max Waite. How you doing, Max?
What's up, everybody? Max Waits here. So I heard about this Xcal drop today.
Yes. Have you got one in your hands today?
I got one. Obviously, Max Wait. That's my name. And boy, I hope you don't flip too much because 12 speeds are great for some of the rookie people, but for myself, I just hope it ain't gonna flip. Well, I haven't tried it yet. Dropped today, so we'll see. But this just might be a roller cake for me.
Yeah. So do you think you actually use that as a roller? Is that your intent?
Yeah, actually, I do need a roller spot in the bag. Never throw them. I can't get them down. You know my patented signature shot, right? Like 200-foot spike hyzers. Right.
200-foot spike hyzers, yes.
Every time. So
yep. In the woods, open all the time.
That's right. And then people start saying, "Oh, I'm not not diverse enough that I can't just throw over everything," which I can. But yeah, I guess sometimes people want to see the roller stuff for the crowd. So I'm going to give it a shot and see how it goes.
Cool. Max, when you're on your part-time tour that you go through, when people come up to you like beginners and they ask you, what disc should I start throwing if I'm a beginner? And your answer is?
So this is probably not conventional or whatever, but I would say if you're a beginner, okay, that means you're not really playing a lot of tournaments, right? So you don't need the PDGA approved disc. So I'd start with about a 250 gram overstable beefcake and work your arm into that thing and just see where you're at, because that's what I did. And I had to dumb it back down to 175, and now they're flying like to the clouds and back. So start with your 250 grammer and work your way down backwards.
Now Max, where do you find these 250 gram discs?
They are well, we can talk later about that, Todd. There's this disc golf black market thing going on.
Oh, yeah. We can't talk about that, can we?
But, for anyone who don't know about that, then I would just go ahead and get you about like a 3-pound weight down there at Gold's Gym and stuff like that, and tape it right on there with some duct tape and give it some whirls, and you'll grow right into it.
Wow, that's definitely some knowledge passed on. I have not heard of this before. And it's time to talk about what Todd has been going through here lately. Everybody that is alive right now actually knows about COVID-19 and all the crap we got to go through on that. And one of the things that we've been experiencing is getting our shots. And Todd, you found a little loophole.
Well, it's a promotion from our friends at Krispy Kreme.
Not a sponsor, not yet, at least.
My wife, she sent me a message that Krispy Kreme, once you got your COVID shot and had your COVID card, you were then entitled to get one free donut each day for the rest of the year.
For 2021.
That's correct.
So Krispy Kreme is giving away one donut if you have your card every single day.
For the rest of the year.
For the rest of the year. That is amazing.
Whoa. I thought this was one donut total.
No, it's much bigger than that.
Oh my God.
So how many days are you into this, Todd?
Okay, so this is kind of a celebration of sorts that hopefully COVID is nearing the end and we can experience life closer to normal. And so that's what I was really excited to get my shot. And on that day, I went to Krispy Kreme with my card. And I talked to the lady at the drive-thru to make sure that I was in the right, that this is actually coming true.
Yep. Back check.
She confirmed all of that. And so now I am on day 8 of consecutive donuts.
Day 8? Wow. So you've had a Krispy Kreme donut every day for the last 8 days.
That is correct.
Wow.
And I noticed you have them kind of plaqued up on your wall by your desk as well as kind of tribute.
That's correct. It's a visual reminder of the challenge I've set forth for myself.
All right. What's your goal?
30 days.
30 days. 30 donuts in 30 days.
Yes. I think that's
amazing.
doable. It's a challenge. It's not easy. It's not like, 1 week. I could do that,
Plus, you got to plan. You got to plan ahead.
I got to wake up a little bit earlier.
Yeah. You got to wake up a little earlier. And this might lead into our next segment. We won't talk about it right now, but you got to plan to be there, let me say, on time.
Yeah, we have a general 8:30 a.m. Arrival time at the warehouse.
General.
And so I need to compensate for that Krispy Kreme drive-thru, which probably tacks on another 6 minutes.
That at least, yeah, especially for you guys. And then, what is your favorite? What donut do you get every time you go in there?
Well, protocol says that it needs to be a glazed donut, and with Krispy Kreme, that's not really a consolation because if you get hot and fresh, it's one of the best donuts in the world.
It is the best donut in the world.
My all-time favorite is a raspberry jelly filled. I did ask for that. I asked if it was possible to get a jelly filled, and I was denied. I understand Krispy Kreme, they have to set their limits, but I may have to ask again. Now,
do you get a hot now when you get one, or is it just one of their regular that they have like setting aside, Here's for the COVID card guys, we'll set these donuts aside for them.
It's if I arrive during like rush hour prime time, then it's hot and ready. If it's more like 10 or 11 a.m., then yeah, you get the ones that are just hanging out waiting for the garbage can.
Yeah, I'm still eating those. There's no doubt. I'm still going to eat those.
Still a free donut, though.
It is a free donut.
Absolutely.
Yes, our final segment. And what is playing in the warehouse? Well, we got good news this week. The kicker system is back in the warehouse. I am so happy. But the kicker system, I'm not for sure. It's probably $100,000 unit. Who knows?
Wow.
$1 million, whatever. But it's a nice system, and we've been playing in the warehouse.
First time in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Breath of fresh air, I thought.
Yes, and I'm like, I miss it probably more than most. I like the music. I like it a little loud. I know, Matt, you were talking about the first couple of days. You enjoyed the quietness of the warehouse, but it only lasted a couple of days for you.
I did, yeah. I was liking the quiet serenity to think and do work-related things, which was helpful. But after a couple days, let's face it, boring. And I was missing that kicker more than I thought I ever would.
Yes.
But now it's back, and here we are.
It's a good morale booster, especially with the right song. Sometimes we can get some songs that are more on the fringe, and people are more alienated by those,
Yes.
in my opinion. When we get a good, I don't know, I like pop music, I like 80s, 90s. When we get a good crowd pleaser, everyone kind of turns their head towards the kicker, and they start to kind of dance in their own warehouse way. Those,
I love it.
That's what makes the kicker worth it.
Everyone comes out of their corner, starts kind of dancing and engaging.
Yeah, and then HR comes out and tells me I have it too loud. So there's that. But today we were playing Aaron Fraser. This was introduced by one of the sales guys to us, and it was very interesting. He's a drummer. And he has a very high falsetto voice. I actually was listening to it. I thought it was a female, and I have to commend the guy because he could sing really high. But it had a nice little drum beat behind it. You should really check it out. And with the new Apple music format that I have, it actually gives you a little playlist afterwards. And so it was playing some nice grooves that was related to Aaron Fraser playing in the radio. I did run into a really cool Thunderstruck bluegrass cover by our friends. I'd say they're friends, but go ahead, Todd. Say the name again.
So I learned that the name is Steve N. Seagulls.
Steve N. Seagulls.
Steven Seagulls?
No, actually, you thought it might be like that, but it's not, is it, Todd?
It's not Steve and the Seagulls.
That is incorrect as well.
Whoa. So Steve N. Seagulls? Is his last name N?
Is it that his middle name, like N period Seagulls?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Maybe
the
Seagulls
dude,
is his last name.
Maybe Steve is the head of the band, and he named everybody else Seagulls, which is totally crap. I don't like Steve for doing that because it was
Who wants to be
pointless.
a seagull?
Who wants to be a seagull?
Worst bird on the planet.
I mean, we don't even made a seagull disc, have we? You know why? Because it's a crappy name.
Seagulls are the birds that are on the landfill pile.
Yeah. And our disc golf company has not named, we use every bird in the book, and we've never used seagull because that's a horrible name. So
I don't know.
I do like
Speed 15 Seagull.
Wow. The dumpster diver. Like a speed.
Dumps right in the basket.
Just dumps right in the basket. We go with like a speed 5.
Speed. So you're talking about really slow.
I'm talking slow. I'm talking more putter mid-range. If I go, okay,
I like the scream.
We're writing this down.
The
definitely.
Screamin Seagull.
Wow. Yeah. Now Todd's totally talked me into this disc. Oh gosh, I don't know what to think about.
We need to talk to the development team about the seagull.
Why we haven't used the word seagull? That's as a disc name. That's man, I can't understand it.
It was just right in front. They just didn't see it.
Obviously.
Probably because it's a rat with wings that tries to steal all your beach food.
Yeah, there is that. Anyway, you guys look that up. It was actually a really cool bluegrass cover, a Thunderstruck, which is a really difficult guitar riff, and he's playing on a banjo.
And listen for like the little bell. It really gets me.
That little ding, yeah. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And then Matt, you were going to talk a little bit about Post Malone.
Yeah, I came across some Post Malone tracks that just came out, and no, they are not hip-hop songs. They are country. Post Malone country. You heard me right. He came up with, I think, 3 tracks, all country-themed, and boy, was I skeptical. But sure enough, as soon as I started listening to him, it just hit. I mean, the guy can do anything, it seems like. Just a natural at it. I know he's probably not a country guy, but he meshed straight into it, and I found myself enjoying it after a couple seconds. I was blown away. You guys heard it?
No, I haven't heard it. I probably will listen to it this week. after you talking about it a little bit. I love Post Malone. He writes some great stuff. He writes some mega hits. Always tapping my foot to that.
Now I am a closet kind of country fan.
Really?
Which you guys probably don't know that much
I did
about.
not know that, yes.
Yeah, I've got a southern heart, even though I'm from up north. But, yeah, country's always kind of been one of those, when everyone's left the room, I'll start listening to, some Garth Brooks. Right now I'm really into some Eric Church, and some other guys as well. But seeing Post Malone kind of kill it with the country really just, they really just hit home for me.
Do you smell TROUBLE?
Oh, man. Anyway, we got that is our show for today. Thank you guys for being here. We talked a little bit about Krispy Kreme donuts. We got in a little bit of Post Malone country. And you guys hopefully can go out and maybe play some disc golf this week. And maybe we can talk about that if that ever happens.
Zero promises.
Zero promises. But thank you, everybody.